Yo, what is up, loafers? This is Nanobread, and welcome back to day 7 of Stardew every day. So I decided that the slime shirt just wasn't good enough for me, and I want to go back to looking like Luigi, my hero. I mean, have you ever seen those clips of him in Mario Party or any Mario game? He can literally do nothing and still win. Alright, today is a neutral luck day, so that means that my objectives for today: first, I will take care of my farm, so water my plants, pet my chickens and everything, and then I'll head into town to go discover the community center and get that mission started, and then I will go to the mountain and fish the entire day to try to make more money. Oh nice, the potatoes are done. These potatoes, they can give you more than one, so hopefully I get lucky. Nice, I planted 6 potatoes and I got 9 in return. That sounds like a good haul to me. I will sell some of these things to Pierre just so I can have some money to buy some more seeds. I do apologize in advance if today I sound more incoherent than I normally do. I recently just stayed up for more than 24 hours. I wanted to make sure that my girlfriend had someone to go with her to a conference that she's been wanting to go to, so I sacrificed some sleep so I can go with her. So sorry if I seem all over the place today. Alright, before I go any further, I'm gonna chop some trees down. I need some more wood so I can get some more chests in here. I need to get my inventory system managed. Alright, while we progress, I can get to the topic for today. The topic, I believe, says, are there any Flash games that I played that I grew up with? Now, this is a great question, one that will probably take me this entire episode to answer, just because there are so many Flash games that I played when I was younger. We didn't really spend money on any games, and I would go over to my uncle and aunt's house a lot, so I couldn't really bring any games with me. Luckily, with Flash games, you know, you can just look them up online and play them from any browser. Man, I'm so sad that Flash was not supported anymore in 2021, but I know that websites have found like workarounds to it, like they have their own launchers or they just use different applications to help run it. Alright, I think I got everything I need to sell. Maybe sell a few more potatoes. A little extra money can't hurt. I'll also take these over to Clint to break them open and donate this rusty spoon and hopefully whatever I get from the geodes to the museum. Saying all that, I almost forgot to water my crops. I'm gonna water these empty spaces too, just because I don't want to water them later once I get more crops. Alright, so there are many websites that I use to play Flash games. I guess I'll just start by listing some of the ones off the top of my head. So, the most played ones for me, I went on Addicting Games, the Stickman page, Miniclip, Nitrome, and then also the classic trio of kids channels in Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon. I'm sure there are other ones that I missed too, like cool math games, but I'm sure they'll come up as this episode progresses. So I guess first I'll start with cool math games, just because I think that was my first one, and of course it was Bloons Tower Defense. Please don't talk to me, Lewis. I'm talking about Flash games I played when I was younger. You know what, Lewis, you're kind of being an eyesore right now. Yeah, how did it get to be like that? I mean, aren't you the mayor? Aren't you supposed to be like upkeeping this community center? Okay, but I think that's your failure as the mayor. I think you should just step down. Maybe you should let someone younger do it, like me. It's because you are an old fool. Alright, so what Lewis just said there basically was kind of the main decision in the game, whether you want to help rebuild the community center or take the JoJo route and basically pay your way for everything. If you go the JoJo route, you pretty much have no soul, And I don't think I've ever gone that route. Even when I tried to explore all avenues of the game, I could never really bring myself to sell the community center and make it into a warehouse. Man, you were not kidding when you said this place is a mess. Oh, look at the cute little Junimo. Bruh, of course they make me look bad. Alright, after that excruciating talk with Lewis, we now got the quest for Rat Problem. So I'll head back in and head over to the crafts room to interact with this strange tablet on the ground. I can't read it, and that's it for today for that one. Alright, with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Nah, I'm just joking. You guys didn't actually believe that, right? So back to Bloons Tower Defense. I did play it a lot. I know they've had a lot of iterations now. I believe they're all the way like up to 6. I'm not really up to date on them. I kind of stopped playing it once I stopped playing Flash games. But it was a lot of fun back then. I remember I would always go on my computer at the computer labs in elementary school, and I would waste time there. It was really fun, you know, until the teacher caught me, but it was still worth it. Alright, I'm gonna keep buying potatoes because that is the most worth it thing to buy until strawberries come in. After that, my main culprits for gaming addictions were Miniclip and Nitrome. And those ones I would play a lot with my brother as well. He was the one that introduced me to those games. Miniclip has a lot of classic ones. I believe right now they're most known for like Agario and 8 Ball. I didn't really play those games. I more have played the more niche ones like Toxic, Final Ninja Zero, the Sushi Go Round, I believe it's called. Those mountain dirt bike games. There's a Taxi Pursuit one. Man, maybe I'll make that into a video one day where I play all of my nostalgic games like that. But there's just so many to name. For Nitrome, I always loved playing those games like Rubble Trouble or the Silly Sausage, the one that like grows really long and you have to like maneuver across like a pathway. Gravity Guy, also a classic. I really missed that one. I'm really sad that it's no longer like on the Google Play Store or anything. Oh, hi Penny. Shout out to you, Justin. Here you go. Yeah, you should be sorry. Bye. Nitrome had more of the 2-player games, so we would play stuff like Mutiny. Raft Wars is actually a mini clip game. Then there was one where we were like Spartans or something. I really don't remember the name of this one, but I just remember them to be really fun. I'm sorry I can't really give you names right now. Like I said, I think I'll probably make this into a video later on, highlighting all those games that I did play. For stuff like Nickelodeon, I always went to play the SpongeBob games. I especially love the ones where you had to like make something from a jar. I know jars have a kind of a bad implication right now, but I swear to you, it's very innocent. I was a child back then. I'm not doing anything bad with jars. I believe there were a few racing ones too with SpongeBob, and just the whole Nickelodeon cast. Those were always a fun time. I believe there's also a fighting game that I really liked too. On Cartoon Network, I played a wide assortment of games. The two that really come to mind though, one is a Star Wars The Clone Wars adventure game. You got to play as like the Jedi, and you were running around doing various missions that appeared in the show. The next most I played from Cartoon Network has to be pretty much all of the Ben 10 games, like the Samurai one, the one where you're trying to kill the Kraken, and the one where it's kind of like a exploration type of game. I always like those like quote unquote open world type games, just because I like to explore. I like to find everything, like any little secrets that they put into the game. For Disney Channel, I don't remember too many of the games there. I do remember that I played a lot of Phineas and Ferb games. I believe they had some where you got to build just like a 2D plane of like all their inventions, and you can just make it look really cool. So like you can basically replicate that beach episode, which I believe was like the second one, where Ferb does like that really sick rap about like the tikis and stuff. Candace is like the tiki queen. I always love stuff that like kind of references the show, because I feel like that's like why people play those games specifically on those channels, just because they want to relive the magic, you know. I know I was pretty vague on the Flash games that I played, but I swear to you, I will show them eventually later on, as soon as I find a good way to not bore you guys and show off all of my childhood games, just because there are like really that many of them. I will say that there is one like Flash game that I have been meaning to play again, and it's actually made into a game on Steam, and that is the Henry Stickmin collection. I always love like the escape the prison, like steal the diamonds, stuff that were on, I think they were on Addicting Games or Stick Page, but they were really fun. You know, it's just mindless like nonsense, but you know, when you're a little kid and when you're like a 22-year-old trying to feel nostalgic, they do hit pretty hard. So that is something I've been meaning to do. I just can't justify the price. Even when it was like half off, I believe it's still like $7.50, like $8 around there. And I think for a game that used to be free, with just like a few more inclusions of like all the Among Us stuff, it's just not really worth it. If it ever goes on sale for more than 50%, then I will consider it. Man, I said I would go fishing today, and it's already almost 7, so I gotta make good on that promise. Been doing a lot of maintenance around the house and everything. I don't remember if it was Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. I want to say it was Nickelodeon, where you could make like an avatar of yourself and you could put it into like their not Nintendo, oh my god, their Nickelodeon world, and you were kind of like a star almost. Like you had a room and everything, you could unlock furniture. And of course, if you wanted the VIP access, you would have to spend money that I would never do because my parents would kill me. But I remember that was something I always wanted to do, but I just never had the chance to play it fully. I also ran over to the lake with no energy, so I had to run back and eat a field snack, but now I'm on my way back again. Really efficient, guys. I swear I'm a pro at this game. Also, I do want to apologize too if it ever sounds like I'm like burping or like gasping for air. That is because I pretty much just finished eating. I did eat Taco Bell. Please sponsor me. I love you so much. I will literally post a picture about me eating Taco Bell like in this video, or maybe even on a community post. I know there are some other Flash games too, like the Super Smash Flash. I kind of just never really got into that. I think that was kind of like beyond my time, or beyond kind of just like what I found fun in Flash games. Those sites that I mentioned, those are pretty much my jam. I believe on Nitro they had one, it was like called Super Treadmill or something. Again, you'll see all these later on when I make a video about it, but the literal concept of the game was just, there's this really fat dude and he's running on a treadmill, and his friend is trying to give him an extreme workout by throwing shit at him and trying to make him dodge it. And your objective as the fat dude is to try and stay on that treadmill and run at a good pace. It is cool because you do like see your progression really quickly. Like, obviously it's pretty unrealistic, but you get to see, like, you go from this really like round character to kind of just like a twig, and it is really funny. Man, what a bad day of fishing. I've been here for what, maybe 2.5 hours, and I only caught 3 fish, and I'm pretty much out of stamina. I can reel in like one more thing, and that's about it. So yeah, I know I've been rambling a lot about like the games that I've been playing and kind of like the nostalgia factor of it, but I want to hear from you guys too. Let me know if you guys have heard of any of the sites that I have used, or maybe if you guys even heard of some of the games that I've played and really liked. That would be great. I know most of them I didn't actually give the name for it. I kind of just gave a description and then told you. I would tell you them more later. But if you can somehow guess what I mean from my gibberish, applause to you. I don't think I can give you money, but I'll give you a shout out next video. Such a hard day of fishing just to get literally 4 fish. And I'm only selling 3 of them. Great. But I do have a little more wood now, so I can make another chest to expand on my inventory management. So basically this brown chest right now is miscellaneous, this blue chest will be for fish for now, and this white chest will be anything that I get from the mines, minus like rocks and clay, just because that's like building material, and I usually put that in this brown chest. Alright, before I end the night, I do just want to say that I have finalized 2 games that I do want to play and upload to this channel. One will be a solo play and one will be a co-op play. If my partner is willing and able to do it. I don't know when those will be coming out. They will be pretty infrequent, but just know that this series shouldn't be affected by it, and it's just a way for me to give you guys more variety in content. Alright, let me know what you guys think about this video. Feel free to put literally anything in the comments, like if you have any suggestions, if you want to talk about anything, I'm all ears. Alright, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Good night, loafers.